I'm coming to get ya. I'm Eric Freshley. This is the Co-oping Toward Hatred channel, and this is poorly thought out thoughts. I want to talk about CG trailers. E3 has been over now for a couple weeks, and the big hot button topic there were just the CG trailers didn't show any gameplay, and this is not a new thing. This has been around for a long time, particularly at Microsoft's conference, at the Xbox conference. They showed Contraband and The Outer Worlds 2, Redfall. Well, I was going to say Starfield. Starfield is technically in-engine, but those three, and of course. Sony has God of War Ragnarok out there that we have not seen gameplay of. They had Horizon Forbidden West until recently. They finally showed some gameplay of that. So it's been a thing. It's not new. And I think there's a reason. So, all right. So I think there's a reason that these things happen that people aren't necessarily thinking about. Because everybody gets mad about them. And I understand why. You're not seeing the game. And that's what we should be sold on. So they can be seen as deceptive, which I don't really think they are, as long as they show gameplay before the game releases. But even so, I get why people don't want to be teased that early out without getting something substantial about what the game plays like. I get it. That is frustrating. But why do these happen? It's not necessarily for pre-orders like a lot of people think, especially in Xbox's case, because, they're trying to get you to play the games on Game Pass. They're not necessarily trying to sell them to you like they used to. A little bit, I'm sure they're not going to turn down sales. They sell a lot on Steam after all, but that's their prime motivator. The reason these happen, mostly, aren't for me and you. They're not for the customers, depending on how far out they are. Redfall is like a year away, so maybe that one doesn't fall in this case. But a lot of those others, Starfield, Starfield's in-engine, but let's say Contraband, that's 2 years away. Today we saw RoboCop, that's 2 years away. These happen because they need developers. In a lot of cases, a large portion of development is actually done by contractors and by temp workers. And so they are sending out a message to the industry saying, we're about to go in full production on this. Would you like to work on the reboot of Perfect Dark? Get in touch with us. In Contraband's case, would you like to work on a co-op heist-based game, a vehicle-based game? Come and work with us. God of War, same thing. Would you like to work on the God of War sequel? Come and work with us. So these things, while they're annoying, they're absolutely necessary to get games done because they need to bring in developers before they go in full production, and on a temporary basis, on a contractor basis, which isn't a great system, but that's how games are made. And so that it's a big recruiting call to get developers on board. So they're absolutely necessary, and I think a lot of gamers don't think about that. They just think about how annoyed they are by them. Like I said, I get it, but they're absolutely necessary, especially for far-off games. They have to happen. So anyway, keep that in mind and try to temper your anger about them. When you see something like this and they say the game, hey, 2 years away, 3 years away, that's the reason they're doing it. It's not just for the hell of it. It's not just for pre-orders. None of that's true. They're doing it because they need to get people on board to make the game. Anyway, have a good day.